Hey there, my name's David. On this episode, I'll be taking you through a 3-ingredient homemade chocolate pudding. So to do this, we're going to be using some chocolate beans or some cacao. So you can buy them in a package like this. They're just these basically raw chocolate beans. I actually have something special here. So I actually have a cacao fruit, which is the raw form of this. So there's actually going to be an additional flavor here that you won't get with that, which is the white flesh around the chocolate beans, which actually has a weird, really nice sweet taste to it. So I'll be using this, but it's the same thing as the chocolate cacao inside. And then we're going to be using some banana. So I've got one frozen banana, I've got one fresh banana, and then you can kind of mix this up how you want. So I'm going to be adding ginger root extract to this, but if you don't like ginger root or you don't like the flavor, it's too strong for you, you can go with vanilla instead, and it'll taste just as good. It'll, obviously taste a little bit different, but yeah. So let's put this together. So first off, we're going to need a blender. So if you have a food processor or whatever can really churn stuff up, I'm going to be using my Vitamix once again. Highly recommend the Vitamix. If you want to get one, I'll link it down below. You can actually get these refurbished too off of Amazon, and they're a lot cheaper buying them like that. So yeah, first off, we'll just stick our banana in there, our frozen banana, and then now I'm going to open up this beauty here. Hopefully you can hear that, maybe you can hear that. There's a long core inside with all the fruit, and I need a knife. Okay, so I've got my fruit here. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut all the way around. There we go. We've got my cacao fruit. I kind of wanted to eat it raw. We're making pudding here though. You get basically all these pods like this. So I'm just going to stick all of that in there, but this white stuff that's around them tastes really good. It's kind of like it's a weird funny taste to it, but really tasty. So we're going to put all that in there. So bean wise, there's about 25 to 30 of these beans. You can half that recipe and maybe half a banana, or kind of do 3/4 of a banana, 3/4 frozen banana, something like that. And just play with it to get the texture and the taste that you like. Something to note too, this chocolate pudding will be, it won't be exactly tasting like a normal chocolate pudding just because we're not using refined sugar, which has a very simple, just sweet taste to it, but it actually has the banana taste to it. So that's the only difference here. You can substitute something else in there if you want to use maybe frozen pineapple. You'll get more of a pineapple taste to it. Okay, so now the key to this is you don't want to put hardly any water in this, because then it'll turn into chocolate soup and not chocolate pudding. So I'm going to put just the tiniest bit in the bottom of the blender. That's it, just a tiny bit, like a couple spoonfuls. And then now we have the ginger root. I'm kind of running low here, so I've got half a syringe. I'm going to do 2 of those because I want a full syringe. I love ginger, and this will make it taste really good. That is actually only about 3/4 or a little bit more. So there we go. So that's basically 1 full syringe of this, which I'm guessing is about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half, something like that. And you can do the same thing with this one, 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of vanilla, depending on how much you like vanilla. And that's all that's what we're gonna do with this. Now this is more of the tricky part. So what we're gonna do now is turn this on and then have to just keep swirling it with the tamper to get it to actually turn into a pudding, and eventually it'll turn on its own, but we kind of have to get it going for a while there first. So this is basically it. The chocolate pudding's done. It looks fantastic, and this took 1 minute, a little bit more than that, maybe a minute and a bit. I've tried this one a few times now, and I find mixing the frozen and fresh banana allows it to, see, I actually didn't have to use the tamper there that much. If you use more frozen banana, you have to do more tampering. It just kind of depends. If you want it cold right away, then you're going to want to use more frozen banana. Because this is it's basically kind of room temperature, because there's a mix of both. So it's kind of like one of those chocolate pudding cups that you get. If you want this cold, just stick it in the fridge for like an hour, and then you'll be good to go with that. And yeah, we'll do a taste test of this. You can see it's nice and creamy. One thing to note too, in regards to weight loss, this is pretty high in fat, just because those chocolate cacao beans are like 10 grams of fat per 28 grams or something. So if you want to have it lower in fat, I usually just do 1 day a week where I eat something that's high in plant fats, and so that would be this meal. If you want lower in fats, drop the beans down and add maybe a bit more banana to it, and you'll be good to go. At least it'll be not quite so high in fat, but we'll do a taste test. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. The ginger, it's just so tasty. And what I could do to dress this up a little bit, I could chop up this banana, put that on top, or maybe put some raisins on top. Just a couple ideas throughout there. So hopefully you enjoy this recipe. And be sure to subscribe, join the family here, and until next one, have a good one.